such as Ogenedu or Kaka, You Too They Bless Me, and so many more. This artist is no stranger to making great music. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Boom Convo and Boom Play with Frank Edwards. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
It's so good to have you on the show. Thank you for coming.
Good to be here.
And congratulations on your 5th album, Melody.
Thank you.
So now let's talk about the album.
Yeah.
You released a number of albums, and I like to think that each album has a story.
Yeah.
Well, if each album doesn't have a story, a number of albums, has a story that it tells, that carries the album. So what story does Melody tell and carry?
Well, Melody it tells more about the outcry of my heart to God.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, like you said, each album tells a story. So
Yes.
people use their album to tell stories about what's going on in the nation. Which is, Melody is different because it's not that kind of story. It just tells the story of my heart to
Yes.
God,
What you're feeling.
what I feel inside about God. So when you listen to all the songs, even though different beats, different melodies, the message is the same.
Yes.
Even though different lyrics, but the message is the same. So, Lord, I love you. Thank you. It's just about gratitude.
Now, you titled your album Melody, and it's a very interesting title because, it's music. Of course, there is meant to be a melody. So, what inspired the title of the album, Melody?
Well, it's actually a particular track in the album that inspired the title of the album. The particular track is Melody, and it was a song that I received just one night. I came back, I was in my bed, I was about to sleep, and then I started to hear. That's how my music comes.
Yes.
I started to hear it. It's like someone singing to me. I started hearing this melody. So I ignored it, but it continued in the morning.
You kept playing.
It kept playing, and then the lyrics came and everything. So after a while, I recorded it. I performed it live in some of my events, and people loved it. And so they kept saying to me, "Release it as a single, release it as a single."
And that's how you knew.
And then I knew that everybody loved it.
So essentially, it's a God-decided project.
Yeah. So by the time I was done with the entire project, I just felt like there's no better name for the album
Than
title.
Melody. That's really cool. Very, very insightful. Now, you've released the album, 10 tracks, 10 powerful songs that tell the story of what you're feeling to God. And I like to imagine that, with the release of a body of work, such as an album, there seems to be that anxiety artists get to face. So was that the case for you? Did you feel anxious after releasing the album or even before releasing the album?
Well, of course, every producer, artist, the joy of every producer and artist is for people to recognize your work.
Yes.
So to play your music and download and stream it and give you feedback and tell you that they love it, when you release the music to people. But for me, to be honest, it has always been about does God like what I'm doing? Because I don't sing to people. This music is gospel music, is spiritual music, so it's different. I don't sing to people, I sing to God. So I always believe like if I hit the heart of God, then that's a hit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes, and you have lots of those, so many of those.
Yeah, and so the expression, in the singing is a cry of my heart to God, and God knows it. Because I usually tell people like 70% of a message is not what you said, but how you said it.
So what's the 30% left for?
30% is just what you said, but
Okay.
70% is how you say.
It's how you say the message.
If I say just get out from here, I'm joking. But when I say get out from here, I said the same thing.
Yes.
How I said it makes the message different. So that's
Wow, that's really creative. Now, do you recall how long you have been making this project for? How long have you been making this album for?
But with albums, I don't rush. I rather be dropping singles and take time to work on the album. So this actually took me like 5 years.
Wow, 5 years in the making. And That's why it sounds so good. I mean, it's like old wine, just gets better with time.
I didn't want to make an album where people play track 1 and they skip track 2. And they say, oh, I like track 1, I don't like track 2, I like track 7. I just wanted to make an album where every track is an experience.
Yes.
So it's from track 1, it takes you on a journey. So you really don't want to skip anything because it's an entire experience.
Exactly. So the idea is to give people a full sound, something holistic.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Now let's talk about some of the features on the album. I know there is a song with Sinach, there's another song with Eternal Bassi. So how do you come down to the selection of artists that you want to work with?
Well, it's when I make music, the first thing I listen out to, is it for me alone to sing?
Yes.
Or is there anybody that I know that if
Needs
they
to be on it.
come on this song, it will be deeper. Yeah, so that's how I talked about Daniel Bassi and the Hallelujah Still. So I called him and then he listened to the music and one take, and he did his thing. And then I had this other song with Sinach.
Yes.
I had recorded the song just myself. But as I listened and listened and listened, I said to myself, Sinach's voice won't be bad on this, so I just WhatsApp the song to her, like, what do you think, I'd like you to come on this song. And then she listened and she said, I love this song, when can we do it? And then that was it,
Wow.
So Don Moran on is, I've recorded like quite a number of songs with Don
Yes.
Moran. So I just hit him on WhatsApp, I'm like, I have another Igbo.
You
for
have
to
everyone
speak.
on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I said to him, I have another Igbo for you to speak. And then we
Yes.
laughed about it. So I said, yeah, it's another song. So he said, send it to me. I sent it to him. He said, I love it. Okay, give me. I'm in Dubai doing a show. I'll be back in a week. So I'll be back to Nashville. So he got back to Nashville and recorded his voice, sent it to me.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, this is the power of technology. It makes everything smooth. Now, just away from the music, right? If you've released so many songs and 5 albums to date, if you weren't making music, what would you be doing when you think about it?
I wanted to be a pilot. Right?
Okay, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Please talk to us about this.
Yeah, I wanted to be a pilot so bad. I've done a lot in that regard, but music kind of took over everything because I started playing the piano at the age of 7. My dad never wanted me to do music professionally, but my mom was always in support, whatever you want, it's fine. So I feel like if I wasn't doing music,
You would have been
I would
pilot.
be a pilot or I'd be doing business.
Okay, that's cool. So now, what does your dad think about making music?
Well, my dad's late. He passed on in
I'm so
December
sorry.
29th. But I mean, he was proud of me before.
Of course, because that's the goal. That's what everyone wants, for their parents to be proud of them. And I'm really sure he died a very happy and satisfied man. So now, lastly, to wrap up this chat, when you think of your albums and your music, what's the one thing you want people to feel whenever they listen to your songs?
I want them to feel my heart, because I pour my heart out in this project.
Yes.
So I don't want people to listen to my music and say, yeah, just another nice song, Just back to this another nice song. I want them to know me through my music, because I usually tell people, don't sing what you don't mean.
Yes.
Don't just sing, like the other songs when people don't have a car and they will sing that they have it, and it's all vibes, it's all vibes. But with gospel music, it's different. You don't say what you don't mean.
Yes.
You don't say you love God when you don't. You don't say you love God when you don't. So I want people to know me through my music because my music is me.
Wow, that's really amazing. Thank you so much for stopping by and having this chat with me. And as you've always had success, I hope you continue to have more success. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is from Convo.